Voila!
Hey everyone, so this is the third part in our philosophy video, and well, this is going to be Benji's and me's part, because we're going to work together and he's a very good partner in this. And so be ready to have Benji and me in the same video, and I hope you enjoy it, I hope you learn from it. Zeus! Dad! We're recording! And without further ado, welcome to Victory Ville.
We is the pronoun used by a speaker to refer to themselves plus one or more other people. When talking about we, a person speaks of a group of individuals which they are part of, where they belong, a set whose other members they share certain features with whom they feel identified.
As humans, the largest we that we belong to is humanity. Every human being that was, is, or will be belongs to humanity. That is the set of all human beings. We belong to the history of humanity, our ancestors and all of their discoveries, texts, and heritage, our contemporaries and all of their developments, creations, and contributions, and our descendants with all of their changes, dreams, and possibilities.
The definition of humanity directly connects us with the before, the now, and the after. As a member of the human group, as a part of humanity, we must be perpetually aware that there was a before. Without that before, I cannot be. Therefore, without my now, there cannot be an after. As mentioned before, with Carpe Diem, focusing on today is important because tomorrow depends on it.
Because of this existence, as we mentioned before, it is important that our today be available for their tomorrow. For life belongs not only to the living, but to all of us, no matter the time we're born in. And humanity, the largest we that we belong to, depends on the continuation of mankind, on whether the we's that can actually be, will be at some point. That is why we must make whatever we can in our today to make sure that they too have a today. Because we only have today to modify things. We will never change what it already was nor what it will be, as we only have access to our immediate present. That is why we must make whatever we can in our today to make sure that they too have a today. We will never change what already was nor what it will be. This is why we must make our best today to ensure a future for humanity. And the way to do so is by being as human as possible, living with a lot of humanity.
Humanity is defined not only as every human being that has been, is, and will be. It is also used to denote the ability to feel affection, comprehension, and solidarity towards other people, as the ability of being empathetic to them. How human you are is measured by how much you care about others, by how much you understand what's going on in their lives, and by how able you are to feel what they feel, acting with it in mind. Your humanity is defined from a collective perspective, not an individualistic one, by how solidary you are with your fellow human.
Humanity is then both the whole of humanity and how good we are to each other. If YOLO focuses on one or few, then it loses all of its humanity. By ignoring those around me, their needs, conditions, abilities, opportunities, resources, or anything else, by thinking that I will only live once, I abandon my humanity. If I live in YOLO selfishness, I leave behind that which makes me human. Thus, in order to be human, our lives must be focused on others. As mentioned in part 1, while our lives are satisfactory enough and well lived, then what comes next is to seek that the majority of people have such life too. Always with humanity's continuity in mind. Its eternal past, present, and future. We must ensure that the humans that come will also have access to such a life, or if possible, even a better one.
This may lead us to believe that being human is still selfish, though on a larger scale. Humans are what matter, so we should help each other without caring about what happens to the rest of the world. Believing this, however, would be a mistake, because even from its etymology, humanity sees to everything outside of just people, which can be appreciated in its roots. The word humanity, from Latin humanitas, is formed by the word humus, meaning earth, and the suffix anus, indicating belonging or origin. The etymological definition of humanity is therefore belonging to the earth or coming from the earth.
Unifying all three definitions, we can say that humanity encompasses all that which humans, coming from the earth, have been. From the earliest past, when our planet that we come from was formed.
That's human too.
Hate you. to the present, and finally to the far future, when humanity will come to an end, when that which humanity came from will also be extinct. When our planet Earth stops existing, and everything within it stops existing too. Humanity encompasses the whole of Earth, everything that has been in it, and everything that will be in it, because that is where we come from. Thus, acting with humanity implies being empathetic and caring for Earth and all that makes it up. Our own humanity, that which makes us human, moves us to focus on a larger we. Not only a human we, but a we as large as the very planet that we live in. A we that includes all of Earth. A humanity that encourages us to take care for and help our planet and whatever depends on it.
We must then be aware that we have the ability to help, which is why we must do it. Even more so if our ability to help is on the level of people like, say, Bill Gates. Help must come from every level though, not just the highest one. Because we must be aware of the collective YOLO, the fact that all of us will only live once. Everything around us will exist only once, and we all must be able to enjoy the best life that we can live.
We have talked so much about YOLO, Carpe Diem, and Amor Fati because even though each one of them holds value and is beneficial if applied, they are just pieces of a jigsaw puzzle. And much like jigsaw pieces form a larger picture, these philosophies form something new. Something that allows us to focus on humanity as a whole. A philosophy that allows everything to prevail and everyone to be happy. Something more than just YOLO. An approach that frees it from its selfishness, that leaves behind the recklessness of doing things just because YOLO. An approach that seeks to make the only life that all of us will have in the only planet we have better. For both those of us who live now and those of us who will live later. An approach that focuses on the fact that all of us, all humanity, will only live once. A change from YOLO, you only live once, to WOLO, we only live once.
In other words, the way we can seize the day is by accepting the fact that we only live once, which is why we must be bold and live today to shape our tomorrow, embracing or loving the fate that we build that way, for the collective humanity, and for the planet it inhabits, becoming more human and abandoning selfishness, working for everyone else, because we, all of us, will only have one life. We only live once.
So be sure to live under that philosophy, Robin, or just adapt it to your already perfect philosophy that you had. But this was our work, and we believe we got into something very special and something interesting. I hope you learned from it. WOLO. See you whenever I see you. Bye. Guácala, le escupí a mi computadora. Wow, that's on video!